Good morning, family. It's SpannFlower here. Today is Sunday, September the 24th, and this is the week 3 of the NFL football season. Actually, it started last Thursday, the 21st, with a game that was played between the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers. Of course, the San Francisco 49ers won that game 30-12. Again, Daniel Jones is who he is, and the 49ers are who we thought they are. So, okay, that's with that. So now we have a lot to get to today and a short time to do it because the games are getting ready to start in a little bit. And I want to make sure I'm nice and comfy to be able to get the games that I want to watch into the schedule. So we're going to look at the schedules today, and we're going to go through them, the games that are being played today, and when our Chicago Bears play and when other teams play. Now, the Bears had a lot of drama going on around them this week, and so it was conflicting reports, and I reported something to the channel about what I had read and had been reading, which was not accurate, and so I like to not do that again. So if it's something that needs to be said or about a team or what's going on with the team, I want to make sure I get it from multiple sources that I normally go to when I need to get information and stuff like that. So I definitely have learned my lesson with that, as far as making sure it is an alleged account or that is a rumor until it has been vetted and verified. So, I did say it was a rumor. Rumors were running around, but again, that's what's happening. So, as you know, the Bears defensive coordinator, Alan Williams, he resigned from the team last week. And so let me just read a statement from the NFL website so that I can, get this all together so that we won't have a problem with this again. And let me just go to what they said. The National Football, it says, let's see what they said here. Oh, yeah, they said they want to join it. Well, at any rate, they were saying that he left the team for conduct reasons and not for his house wasn't rated or whatever, and that it was standard procedure for them to come and take computers out and whatever the case may be. So the reporter that actually initially made the report is standing by his statements, and I don't want to get off into that anymore. He's no longer with the team. They are doing an investigation. The Bears are keeping a tight lip on this situation, and then once they have made an official statement, and all of that information can be found online. But just as a word of caution, when you first hear something, you got to make sure that it's credible, that it's vetted, and all of that. So we won't have to go through this problem ever again. And trust me, SpannFlower has learned her lesson with that, because these people that were reporting this information, I felt were credible sources. But again, until I actually hear from the person's mouth, or law enforcement, or the team says it, or the person itself says it, that is another story. So I have to make sure that I'm on point with what I'm doing too. And so my apologies to the station and to whomever if the information that I provided was not correct. And so I want to make sure that never happens again. But I was just going based on what the information was that I heard. And I did say it were rumors at the time. So, okay. So let's move on from that. Now, the Bears do play today. They play at the Kansas City Chiefs today. So I don't know. They get to visit with their old pal, Matt Nagy. So he knows the team very well, and he knows Justin Fields very well because he used to be the Bears head coach last a little ways back. So let's just see how this is going to work. I don't know. I have my concerns about this, so just let me breathe before I get into this, because Andy Reid is a heck of a coach, and he's going to design an outstanding game plan for Kansas City. So with all this rigmarole that happened around the Bears this week, I'm definitely concerned about the Bears and what they're going to be able to do against the Kansas City Chiefs, because I'm still not sold on that, but we not gonna go there. We're gonna give them a chance. They haven't played the game yet. They don't play until 3:25 this afternoon in Kansas City. So it will be an afternoon game for the Bears. So hopefully they can get a win in that regard. So some of the other teams that's on the schedule Of course, you know, the Dallas Cowboys, they play this afternoon at the same time that the Bears play. So I have to be on the split screen watching both. I try to watch at least 2 or 3 games at a time, you know, so I can take my little notes and make pointers and talk about what I think needs to happen with the game and all of that. So calm down, SpannFlower, calm down. So today you had the Falcons and the Lions. The Falcons are playing at the Lions today at 12 o'clock. The Chargers are playing at the Vikings today at 12 o'clock. That should be a good game because one of them teams got to win. And wait, if I have to put my money on it, I'll give it to Kirk Cousins before I give it to the Chargers. But again, because I'm not sold on Kellen Moore. Boy Wonder, we talked about that last week. So we'll see which one of these games are going to get into the teams are going to get into the win column this week. Also, you have the Saints at the Packers. Might be a good game. You have the Texans at the Jaguars. Okay. Then you had the Broncos and the Dolphins. Oh my goodness. This should be a good game. I am so concerned about Russell Wilson because they're 0-2. And the Dolphins look pretty decent. So I don't know it's gonna be Tua versus Russell. So I'm thinking that the Denver can pull out a win in this regard. I really think that Sean Payton is going to pull some bags out of his tricks. Hopefully not that trick play he did at the beginning of the season, but some good offensive schemes so that they can try to get into the win column. So we'll see. Now you have the Titans at the Browns. That should be a good game. Deshaun, I don't know. I really don't know. So, shoots. Let's see what else is going on here. You got the Bills at the Commanders. Now, of course, I want the Bills to win this game because the Commanders are in the division with my Cowboys, so I don't want them winning. Okay? Never. No. So, let's see who else is on the tap here today. Of course, we don't want the Green Bay Packers winning, but you know what? Let me change my statement. I don't want to see I want to see the Vikings lose because they're in the division with the Bears. But again, I don't know because I just don't know about the Chargers, man. I can't even call it. I can't even sit up here and lie and say I know. I just don't know. So what else we got going on here? So now, let's see what else we want to see. The Patriots at the Jets should be a good game. That's the 12 o'clock game. The Colts and the Ravens should be able to win this game. Let's just see about that. Of course, they have the Steelers and the Raiders. Now, the Steelers and the Raiders play the nightcap tonight. And they, for whatever reason, the Raiders always get up to play these teams, and that's just old school, old time religion right there. The Steelers and the Raiders, you know. Hey, look, but I'm figuring Mike Tomlin, the coach of the Steelers, going to pull a win out of his hat today, so we'll see about that. Now, they do have 2 games that are going to be played on Monday Night Football, and we'll talk about that later on this evening once I do the recap for the games for the afternoon and whatever. I'll post the scores to the channel once the games are completed. So, yeah. So, they don't have any scores just yet because the games are just getting ready to start in a little bit. But again, so tomorrow, which is Monday night, you have the Rams and the Bengals. Now, Joe Burrows is a day-to-day type situation, and the Eagles and the Buccaneers. Of course, I'm hoping the Buccaneers can put out a win. Hopefully, Baker Mayfield can act like that's his house and get a win against the Eagles. Okay, so we'll see about that, okay? Because the Eagles are playing at the Buccaneers. So, other than that, that's about it. Now, I am going to be watching these games today, and if any additional information becomes available, I will. And nextly, Trayvon Diggs, we are praying for you, man. I am so pressed that he has a torn ACL and he's not going to be able to play for the rest of the season. So that was a hit to the Cowboys defense. But however, I think they can rally around it. And I also want to say send a special prayer out to all of the athletes that may have gotten hurt, in any sports, whether it's high school, college, football, because those are devastating injuries to the body, to the psyche of the athlete. So we always want to be praying for them, and we never want to see any one of these athletes go down with an injury. So our big ups and prayers from the SpannFlower channel to all these athletes that get out here and grind on the football field, on the baseball field, the basketball, whatever they do, track, whatever they're doing, tennis, We always want to keep you, have you guys stay healthy because we really enjoy you and we appreciate you and we love you, especially here on the SpannFlower channel. So this is just a slight little morning update for the games that are getting ready to go on. And so I just wanted to give you that little heads up. And then we'll get back to you a little bit later on today with some scores and highlights. And of course, I'm going to have me some good food because you know I like to eat. You know, sister like to eat. I ain't going to lie about that. So anyway, until for now, if you like this video, subscribe, share, comment, do all of that because I love comments and I do respond to those comments. So make sure you post one on the channel so that I can respond to you. Okay, have a blessed day for now. We'll get back to you in a little bit. All right, bye-bye. Thank you. You know what? Sometimes my computer acts a little funny and it don't want to let me live.